Have you ever noticed how your eyes start to feel heavier as the evening settles in? Or how names, faces, or little details that used to come easily just seem to slip away? If that sounds familiar, please know, you're not alone. As we grow older, both our vision and memory quietly ask for more attention. They don't shout for help, they whisper, through a little blur when reading fine print. Or a pause before remembering where you left your keys. But here's the wonderful part, nature has already prepared gentle helpers for these changes, and they come in the tiniest packages imaginable. Seeds. I'm Dr. Alex, and welcome back to Vision and Harmony, where we explore simple, science-backed ways to protect your eyesight and keep your mind young. Naturally. If you enjoy learning how to stay strong, clear-sighted, and confident as you age, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe. It truly helps more people see the world with clarity and calm. Tonight, we'll explore 3 humble seeds, common, affordable, and incredibly powerful, that you can eat before bed to help your eyes and brain repair while you sleep. Yes, while you dream, they're working, nourishing your cells, calming your nerves, and giving your body the building blocks it needs to renew itself. Because both your eyes and brain are what scientists call energy-hungry organs. Your eyes need constant protection from light damage and oxidation. Your brain, made up of nearly 60% fat, depends on healthy fats and minerals to keep your neurons firing and your memories intact. But when we don't feed these organs enough of those nutrients, repair slows down. That's often why we wake up with tired eyes or a foggy head. So tonight, we'll look at 3 special seeds that have been proven, both by modern research and ancient tradition, to protect the eyes, strengthen memory, and even help you sleep better. And we'll start with one you probably already know, but may not realize how powerful it really is. There's something joyful about a sunflower. Tall, bright, and always turning its face toward the light. But what most people don't realize is that inside those sunny blooms hides one of nature's most potent protectors for your eyes, the sunflower seed. You've probably had them before, in a salad, a trail mix, or maybe straight from the bag during a baseball game. But beneath that familiar crunch lies a quiet medical marvel. Sunflower seeds are one of the richest natural sources of vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that acts like a shield against the oxidative stress that slowly dulls our vision. Think of oxidative stress as rust, the same process that browns fruit or tarnishes metal. In your eyes, it can cloud the lens and damage the delicate retina over time. Researchers from the Journal of the American Medical Association found that people who consumed enough vitamin E daily had a significantly lower risk of cataracts and age-related macular degeneration, 2 of the most common causes of vision loss after 60. In simple words, vitamin E helps keep your lens clear and your vision bright. But sunflower seeds offer more than that. They also deliver zinc, a quiet hero that supports the pigment cells in your retina, the very cells that allow you to see light and color clearly. Without enough zinc, the retina weakens, and night vision suffers. That's why many older adults notice they can't adjust as quickly from bright to dim light. The famous AREDS study from the National Eye Institute showed that a combination of zinc and antioxidants could slow the progression of macular degeneration. So, yes, a small handful of sunflower seeds might literally help you see better at night. And then there's magnesium, the mineral of calm. Your brain relies on magnesium to send smooth, balanced messages between neurons. It helps regulate neurotransmitters that influence memory, mood, and sleep. When magnesium levels drop, we may feel restless or foggy. But when they're balanced, the mind clears, and sleep deepens. Studies in older adults show that magnesium not only improves sleep quality but also enhances cognitive performance. So, when you enjoy a handful of sunflower seeds before bed, you're not just snacking, you're supporting your body's chemistry of calm, focus, and restoration. How should you use them? Just a quarter cup, about 1 small handful, of roasted, unsalted sunflower seeds before bed is perfect. You can sprinkle them on yogurt, blend them into a smoothie, or even stir a spoonful into warm milk. Avoid salted or flavored kinds, as too much sodium can increase blood pressure and counteract the seed's natural relaxing effects. Sunflower seeds remind us that healing doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes, it begins with something as small as a handful, a simple nightly act that quietly says, "I'm taking care of myself." From the golden fields of sunflower, let's travel to something much older, something that has been part of human healing for thousands of years. Tiny, ivory-colored sesame seeds. They may look simple, scattered over bread or sushi, but for over 5,000 years, sesame has been honored in traditional Chinese medicine, Ayurveda, and even ancient Middle Eastern rituals as the seed of longevity. And today, modern science is finally confirming what healers from centuries ago already knew: sesame seeds are food for both the body and the mind. Sesame's power lies in its natural chemistry, a treasure chest of antioxidants, minerals, and healthy fats that work together to protect your eyes and brain from the slow wear of time. Let's start with one of its most fascinating compounds, lignans, specifically sesamin and sesamolan. These plant compounds act like small but mighty shields, defending your cells against oxidative stress. Your eyes, especially, benefit from this protection. The delicate tissues of your retina are constantly bombarded by light and oxygen. Over the years, this can lead to cloudiness, dryness, and slower adaptation to brightness. But lignans step in like silent guardians. They neutralize the damage, keeping the lens and retina clear and resilient. In one study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry, researchers found that sesame compounds significantly lowered oxidative stress in the hippocampus, the part of the brain that stores memory and learning. In simple words, these tiny seeds help your brain stay young. And then comes zinc, once again showing up as the quiet hero. Zinc helps produce melanin, the natural pigment that acts as your eye's sunscreen. It absorbs harmful light and reduces the risk of glare and light sensitivity. Without enough zinc, that protection fades, and your eyes become more vulnerable to everyday light, from sunlight to screens. So while the sunflower focuses on the lens and clarity, sesame dives deeper, protecting the very foundation of your visual system. There's also vitamin B1, or thiamine, often overlooked but essential for nerve health. Your brain and eyes depend on quick, efficient communication between nerve cells. Thiamine fuels that communication. It's like the electricity that keeps your mental lights on. When thiamine levels drop, the effects can feel subtle at first: a little more forgetfulness, slower thinking, less focus, but over time, these small changes add up. Research shows that older adults with higher thiamine intake perform better on memory tests and experience less cognitive fatigue. So, when you enjoy sesame seeds, you're not just nourishing your body, you're recharging your mental energy. Now, how can you make sesame part of your nightly ritual? There are many simple ways. Sprinkle 1 or 2 tablespoons of roasted sesame seeds over your oatmeal, yogurt, or smoothie. Or, for something deeply soothing, try a small spoonful of tahini, sesame paste, mixed into warm milk with a touch of honey before bed. This little drink doesn't just taste comforting. The natural fats in sesame help your body absorb its antioxidants more efficiently, making it both delicious and healing. Sesame teaches us a quiet lesson: food is memory. The same seeds that ancient healers used to strengthen the eyes and sharpen the mind are now helping modern seniors protect their sight and preserve their memories. It's a beautiful reminder that wisdom, like good health, never goes out of style. So tonight, as you stir that spoonful of sesame into your milk or sprinkle it across your cereal, take a moment to think of all those generations before you who did the same. You're continuing an ancient tradition, one that connects nourishment, peace, and longevity. After exploring the bright energy of sunflower seeds and the ancient wisdom of sesame, let's end our seed journey with something refreshingly gentle: fennel seeds. You may recognize them by their sweet, licorice-like aroma, often served at the end of a meal in Indian or Mediterranean restaurants. But these fragrant little seeds hold far more power than most people realize. For centuries, in Ayurveda and traditional medicine, fennel seeds have been cherished not only for digestion but for what ancient healers called their cooling effect. They believed fennel could release heat from the body, soothe tired eyes, calm the mind, and ease restlessness, especially at night. And now, modern science is proving them right. Fennel seeds are packed with flavonoids, especially quercetin, a plant compound with remarkable antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. You can think of quercetin as a tiny repair worker that sweeps away the cellular dust left behind by stress, light exposure, and aging. This is crucial for the eyes, because oxidative stress, that slow rusting of tissues, is one of the main reasons why cataracts and age-related macular degeneration develop. By protecting the lens and retina from that oxidative stress, fennel helps preserve clear, steady vision, even as the years pass. But the magic doesn't stop there. Fennel also contains vitamin C, a nutrient we often associate with immune health, but one that plays a quiet, essential role in eye care. Vitamin C supports collagen, the protein that keeps the tiny blood vessels in your eyes strong and flexible. Without it, those vessels can weaken, making the cornea cloudy and dry. In fact, Studies published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition show that people with higher vitamin C intake have a reduced risk of cataract progression. And then, there's a little touch of vitamin A, one of the most vital nutrients for night vision. Vitamin A helps produce rhodopsin, a pigment that allows your eyes to adjust in low light. If you've ever noticed it's harder to drive at night or read in dim rooms, that's your body asking for more of this vitamin. Together, vitamins A and C in fennel seeds form a duo of surface and deep protection, one maintaining the outer clarity, the other nurturing the inner structure. But what truly makes fennel stand out is a compound called anethole, the essential oil that gives fennel its soothing aroma. Beyond its pleasant fragrance, anethole acts as a natural relaxant, calming the nervous system and promoting better sleep. Modern research suggests that anethole and other fennel oils may help reduce neuroinflammation, the kind of low-grade inflammation in the brain that's linked to poor memory and mood. In simple terms, fennel doesn't just help you fall asleep, it helps your brain rest and restore itself while you sleep. So, how can you make fennel part of your bedtime ritual? You can chew 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds after dinner, letting their sweetness linger as they freshen your breath and settle your stomach. Or, for something even more comforting, make a cup of fennel tea. Simply crush a teaspoon of seeds, steep them in warm water for 10 minutes, and sip slowly before bed. If you want to go a step further, blend fennel seeds with a small spoon of sesame and sunflower seeds, creating a gentle, aromatic mix that tastes wonderful and works synergistically. Fennel reminds us that sometimes, healing begins with slowing down. It's about closing the day with something soothing, something that tells your body, you've done enough. It's time to rest. Each night, as you sip that warm tea or chew those little green seeds, imagine them quietly nourishing your eyes, calming your nerves, and helping your brain prepare for another day of clarity. Fennel isn't just a spice. It's a whisper of nature, one that says, rest is also medicine. Now that you've met each of these remarkable seeds, sunflower, sesame, and fennel, let's bring them together into one gentle evening ritual. A moment that belongs only to you. Imagine this: the day is winding down. The world outside is quieting, and you're standing in your kitchen, calm, unhurried, preparing something small but deeply nourishing. You reach for 3 simple jars, one of golden sunflower seeds, one of ivory sesame, and one of soft green fennel. You take a teaspoon of each and mix them together. In that small act, you're blending more than seeds, you're blending energy, wisdom, and calm. You're creating what I like to call the nightly trio of renewal. Here's how you can do it. Combine 1 teaspoon each of roasted sunflower, sesame, and fennel seeds. You can grind them lightly if you prefer an easier texture, or simply chew them slowly before bed, almost like a quiet meditation in motion. If you enjoy something warm and soothing, stir the same mix into a cup of warm milk or caffeine-free herbal tea. The warmth helps the natural oils and antioxidants absorb better, and the comforting temperature prepares your body for deep rest. Start gently. A teaspoon or 2 is enough while your digestion adjusts. These seeds are rich in fiber and natural oils, so your body appreciates a slow introduction. Over time, you can increase to about a tablespoon of each if you wish. What makes this ritual truly special is something scientists call nutrient synergy, the way natural compounds work together, amplifying each other's benefits. Think about it this way. Vitamin E from sunflower seeds protects your eye cells from oxidative stress. Zinc and vitamin B1 from sesame seeds support nerve communication and memory. Quercetin, vitamin C and anethole from fennel seeds calm the nervous system and promote restful sleep. Together, they form a quiet network of protection, working from your retina to your hippocampus, the memory center of the brain. While you rest, they keep your vision clear, your neurons balanced, and your mind refreshed. But remember, these seeds are not magic pills. They're partners in a broader pattern of care, a lifestyle that honors your body's rhythm. To help them do their best work, here are a few gentle habits to add. Hydrate well throughout the day. Water keeps your eyes moist and your circulation smooth. Sleep 7 to 8 hours whenever possible. Nighttime is when your brain consolidates memories and repairs cells. Protect your eyes during daylight, wear UV blocking glasses when you go outside. And rest your eyes during long screen use. Wind down calmly, read, pray, or meditate before sleep instead of scrolling or worrying. When you align these small actions, you multiply the seed's healing effects. It becomes a circle of care, day and night working together to restore balance. I remember one of my patients, a 68-year-old retired teacher, who began this nightly mix after our first consultation. She told me she wanted something natural, not complicated. At first, she didn't notice much, but after about 6 weeks, she said something beautiful. My eyes don't burn at night anymore, and I remember names faster in my book club. That's the quiet magic of consistency. Healing rarely announces itself with fireworks, it unfolds in whispers. One calm evening at a time. So, make this your ritual. Not as a task or a rule, but as a gift, a little ceremony that marks the end of the day and the beginning of your body's nightly renewal. As you chew those seeds or sip your warm drink, breathe slowly. Feel the calm settle into your shoulders, your eyes, your mind. Remind yourself, this is your time to restore. Because every small act of self-care is a message to your body, a message that says, I'm still listening, I still believe in my own strength. As we reach the end of this quiet journey, I want you to remember something important: aging is natural, but decline is not destiny. The passing of time changes our bodies. Yes. Our eyes may tire more easily, our minds may take a little longer to recall, and our nights might not feel as deep as they once did. But inside you, there's still an incredible power, the ability to repair, to grow, and to renew. Every single night, while you sleep, your body is still at work. Your cells are restoring, your brain is organizing memories, your eyes are recovering from a long day of light and movement. This process never truly stops, it only slows when we forget to give it what it needs. That's what makes those tiny seeds so meaningful. They are not just food, they are symbols of your body's ongoing wisdom. Each one holds the potential to rebuild, to nourish, and to remind you that healing can be simple, gentle, and real. There's a beautiful word in neuroscience, neuroplasticity, which means the brain's ability to form new connections and learn new patterns. No matter your age, even in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, your brain can still grow new pathways, strengthen old ones, and adapt to change. The nutrients in sunflower, sesame, and fennel seeds, magnesium, vitamin E, zinc, healthy fats, and antioxidants, are literally the building blocks that make this renewal possible. They help your neurons communicate clearly, improve memory formation, and even support emotional balance. Meanwhile, antioxidants like vitamin E and quercetin protect the eyes, allowing them to recover from the daily stress of light exposure and oxidation. It's like your eyes are quietly rejuvenating under the stars while you rest. But just as a seed doesn't sprout overnight, your body's renewal also takes patience. The change might not be visible after the first week, but give it time. Because slow, steady progress is the most powerful kind. After a few weeks, you may wake with brighter eyes, feel less strain after reading, recall names or details a bit faster, or sleep more peacefully. Those are not coincidences, they are your body's way of saying, thank you, I'm healing. So, when you sit down tonight and prepare that simple seed mix, don't think of it as just another health tip. See it as a small act of self-respect. Each spoonful is a way of honoring your body's quiet intelligence, a promise that you're giving it what it needs to do its best work. Health isn't about perfection, it's about kindness and consistency, the same two ingredients that help every seed grow. Even the smallest action, done regularly and with care, can lead to extraordinary change. Maybe your nightly seed mix becomes your new ritual. Maybe your new ritual leads to deeper sleep, clearer mornings, and a steadier mind. And maybe, without even noticing, you begin to see and think more clearly than you have in years. That's the true power of nature's design, simple, steady, and full of grace. So tonight, as you turn off the lights and feel your body begin to relax, remember, you are still capable of growth. You are still capable of clarity. You are still capable of renewal. All it asks from you is a little patience, and a little faith in your body's brilliance. Let your last thought before sleep be gentle. I am giving myself what I need to see and think clearly tomorrow. Because one calm night, one mindful choice, one handful of seeds, that's all it takes to begin again.